I don't have a dream job or a specific life purpose in mind for myself, and that is okay and totally normal. This topic is kind of trending right now, and I feel like it was Lynette Atkins who kind of started it, which, by the way, you should totally check out her channel because she is awesome and talks about a lot of other really important themes about the world and capitalist culture and all of that stuff. But I'm so glad to see so many people talking about this now because it shows me that maybe one day things can change. Maybe one day the young people of today will be the CEOs and the employers of tomorrow, and things will be different. Maybe we as a society are waking up, and in the future, we or our children will be able to live in a world and in a job market that is less soul-crushing. So yeah, I don't have a dream job, and I actually don't even want a job. I'll get a job to support myself because I need money, but I won't go willingly. And it's not because I'm lazy or because I don't like work. It's because I don't want to be overworked and underpaid and have every aspect of my life be controlled so that I can do a job that I don't enjoy and don't have any passion for in order to build someone else's dream. Everybody wants for their life to have purpose and meaning, and we as a society have been led to believe that we will find that in a job or in some other one specific task that we have been put on this earth to do. And I spent the longest time anguishing over this, thinking, you know, what is the one job or the one thing that I could do with my life that would make me feel fulfilled and happy and passionate about my work and would pay me enough to support the lifestyle that I want to live. And I came up blank. I couldn't land on just one thing, and I think a lot of people struggle to land on just one thing because we as humans are very diverse and we have a lot of different passions and interests and different paths that we could pursue that would be fulfilling and fun and exciting. And also we get bored easily, right? I think there's very few people who would genuinely feel fulfilled and happy doing the exact same thing every single day for 40 years. It's unrealistic and it feels restrictive and unnatural. And since realizing this, my whole philosophy about purpose and life has changed. I've come to the conclusion that purpose is actually much simpler, and by trying to define it in such specific terms, we're actually condemning ourselves to a life of uncertainty and insecurity over whether we made the right choice. Childhood and the education system prepares us for the workforce. It prepares us for working a 9-to-5 job. It teaches us how to be an employee, how to be obedient, not to question certain things, not to question why you have to wake up early for school, why you have to wear a school uniform or adhere to a dress code, why you have to learn about subjects that you're not interested in and that you can basically like do away with if you just have a calculator on your phone. You know, there are a lot of teachers who are passionate about their jobs and who love the kids they teach and who try to harvest passion and excitement and curiosity in their students. But there's also a lot of teachers who just abuse their power, and you just have to listen to them and do what they tell you and believe what they tell you.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Without questioning it, because otherwise you'll get in trouble. And that's a lot like what, you know, corporate life is like. Personal happiness and satisfaction is rarely factored into what the school system teaches you to look for in your future. Those aren't factors that they look at when they calculate success. They just look at money, power, and getting you higher up the food chain. I think if you cut through the noise and the bullshit, you'll find that there's two true purposes that every person has in life. One is to be happy, and the second is to make the world a better place and to make other people or animals happy. So the first is really about selfishness, right? It's about getting the things you want out of life. It's about your own personal comfort and having the things that you want and living the way that you want and all of those things. And then making the world a better place is the opposite. It's about being selfless. It's about helping others. It's about charitable giving and generosity and really finding a sense of fulfillment. Having everything that you need and want will make you comfortable, safe, and secure, but it won't necessarily make you feel fulfilled. So that's where, contributing to others comes in. So to me, these two purposes of being happy and making the world a better place create a balance between looking out for your personal satisfaction and looking out for your sense of fulfillment through service to others. You need that balance between selfishness and selflessness in order to truly feel purposeful. Your purpose is not your job. Some people do find a job that either makes them happy or makes the world a better place or both, but your purpose doesn't have to be rooted in your job. That's not a requirement. Your job is just what you do to make money. Your life shouldn't revolve around your job. You shouldn't define yourself by your job. It doesn't have to be the thing that makes you happy or the thing that makes you feel fulfilled, but it does have to be a job that you don't hate. It should make you feel content. You should feel that you are valued and appreciated, that you are being compensated fairly for your time, that you are being afforded an adequate work-life balance, and you should be making enough money to live the lifestyle that you want to live. When you don't get those things from your job, that's when you need to go and look for a new job or start a side hustle so that you can become self-employed or make some extra money on the side to kind of bring the pieces of your life together. I'm not saying you have to escape the 9 to 5. Some people are content being an employee and that's okay, but if you're not, if you don't like working for someone else, then you should go and change that. We all deserve to feel like we have freedom, control, and autonomy over how our lives are going. Something that I think makes a lot of people miserable is this eternal pressure to be extraordinary, to do something truly huge and unignorable, right? But we don't all have to be curing cancer or ending world hunger in order for our lives to be meaningful. Making the world better doesn't take a few people doing it perfectly. It takes lots of people doing it imperfectly. You can find fulfillment and purpose in the simple act of being a good partner, a good friend, a good parent. It's enough to just donate a little bit of money every month to charities that you believe in. It's enough to volunteer a little bit of your time to help out at an animal shelter. Being generous and contributing to society, contributing to the well-being of other people and animals is something that most people value. But you don't have to be a martyr in order to do that effectively. Generosity doesn't have to come as this huge act of self-sacrifice. You don't have to give away all of your money or all of your time or live super frugally so that you can give away as much as you possibly can. Unless that's what you want. If that's what you want, then go do that. But if that's not what you want, and if that takes away from your own personal happiness, which again is purpose number 1, then you're creating space for resentment. Generosity is an act that should make us feel good. It's natural for generosity and giving back to make us feel good. So if the way in which you are helping the world isn't making you feel good, then maybe there's something you need to change. I actually watched a really great TED Talk on this topic, so I will link it down below. I also want to talk a little bit about ikigai, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard of this, and usually what comes up when you think of the term ikigai is this famous Venn diagram that's labeled that which you love, that which you are good at, that which the world needs, and that which you can be paid for. And then supposedly in the middle, that is your ikigai, that is your purpose. But this is actually a Western misinterpretation of ikigai. Ikigai in Japanese culture loosely translates to a reason for being, and it doesn't refer to a specific job. It's not something you have to be paid for, it's not something you have to be good at, it's not something that has to help the world. It should be something you love, at least from what I understand. But basically, ikigai is not stagnant. You don't have just one ikigai for life. It fluctuates as you go go through the seasons of your life. It can be just, you know, being a good employee, if that's where you are in your life, where being a good employee is the most important thing to you. But it could also be being a good mother or father or husband or wife or partner. It could be taking care of your garden. It could be having a wonderful, perfect cup of tea every single morning. Some people genuinely do find that one thing that they love, that they want to do day in, day out for the rest of their lives, that they truly enjoy, that makes them happy, that makes them fulfilled. But it's okay if you don't have that, and it's okay if you never have that. Our passions, interests, and priorities change and fluctuate over time. What makes you happy now will not necessarily make you happy forever, and that's normal. People are not stagnant. Life is not stagnant. The only thing that is permanent is impermanence. So I think the most important thing for joy and fulfillment is going in the direction of your curiosity and your interests, rather than getting stuck in the golden handcuffs of climbing up a ladder that you no longer want to be on just because you think you've come too far to change course. Ellie came to give us her words of wisdom about this topic. Ellie, what makes you happy and feel purposeful?
I like to eat food and do the poops and cuddle and bite Hexa's face. And I'm very cute, so I make everybody happy when they see me. And that is my purpose.
So that was it. Be happy, give back, don't stay in a job that you hate, don't tie your entire life and identity and purpose to a job, and explore the things that are your genuine desires, not just keeping up with the Joneses. Explore the things that truly make you feel happy and fulfilled, and do everything in your power to take back control and gain autonomy over your existence on this earth. You were not born to work and to build some rich guy's dream. Don't even let me get started on the whole fact that like money doesn't exist. It's like a man-made concept. Poverty is a man-made concept. Hunger, world hunger is a man-made concept. Like these things don't exist really. It's all just a trap constructed by society, and I really hope that people can start finding a way to get out of this and wake up and start living truly joyful and fulfilling lives. So I hope this video helped you or inspired you in some way, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.